Hi everyone and welcome to well, let's call it a patch reaction. It's not really a reaction though, because I kind of saw the patch just a minute ago. And I did record it, but well, then I figured that my microphone has been muted all along, so okay, it is recording now. Yeah, fuck me. I'm sorry, guys. So we're looking at the patch 2.30, which introduces 3 new units to the game actually. They're called Angler, Bounty Hunter, and Kingpin, and they look pretty damn cool. I'm gonna skip my impression of the artwork for now. I mostly said things like they look pretty cool, right? I mean, they stole hats basically. They kill fishes and then they wear them as hats, which is pretty damn cool. I mean, look at this shark. Damn, like it's stitched to its body, and apparently he always replenishes that whenever like it runs. So he will kill a new shark and use it as a hat. Pretty mean. Pretty mean, but cool. Okay, so yeah. Well, card for angler, fishy in the brook. Won't you bite my little hook? So it's a tier 2 unit, because 40 gold is ground and fortified and pierce, which is interesting. Cause wait, do we even have a combo like this? Is there any unit that is fortified and pierce? I don't think there is actually. I don't think there is. So they are pretty interesting for wave 12, for example, because they fit that very well. So yeah, it's pretty interesting design, and they gain 1 aptitude whenever a nearby unit dies, like the angler, and they get 5 aptitude whenever they land the killing blow themselves, and they can gather up to 150 aptitude. And aptitude is a resource that they can gather up. It will persist through the rounds, and when you upgrade the unit, it's still there. And then the last upgrade, which is the Kingpin, and that's actually something that is very interesting with this. Like those 3 units are upgrades of each other. So the Angler is the base tower, and then the Bounty Hunter is the upgrade from the Angler, and the Kingpin is actually the upgrade from the Bounty Hunter. So this is something completely new. We've never had a unit before which has like 2 upgrades, like after each other. So that's completely new and very interesting. So yeah, the Kingpin is actually the one who's going to use this aptitude. So for the Angler and the Bounty Hunter, it doesn't do anything. It just stacks up, and then the Kingpin is going to use it. So yeah, Bounty Hunter. The fish would tell me tale. It was bigger than a house, I tell you. A real monster. So it's, as I said, the upgrade from Angler, and costs 125 gold. Has fortified and pierce. So it's also pretty tanky, I think. You can use it as like a front line, fortified front line. Pretty good. It's not that great in the early game though. I mean, for 8 it's okay-ish, I guess. Like fortified is not the best, not the worst for 8. And pierce is pretty good, but then on 9 the pierce attack is going to suck a lot. It's not going to be great on 10 either. The damage is, but the defense is not. And yeah. Well, on 11 it's pretty good defense, offense, not the greatest. But on 12, as I said, 12 is very good. On 13, it's complete trash. On 14, it's pretty decent again. 15, 16, kinda trash. So it doesn't really have too many strong waves. Like it's mostly strong on 12 and 17. That's the strong waves. And like in the early game, can be good on like where is it good? I don't know. It's pretty decent on 7 and 6 actually. On 7 and 8. But yeah, other than that, on 9 it kind of sucks. On 6 it really sucks. So it's going to be hard to actually get it working, like to gather this aptitude. So I think that you have to build them very early on. Like this has to be your starting fighter pretty much. So I'm curious to see if they actually do well as a starting fighter, because they are fortified, and fortified in the early game tends to struggle a lot against brutes. So I'm curious to see how that works out. So the ability is the same. Against 1 aptitude when something dies, and 5 if it does the killing blow, but it has a maximum of 300. So now we get to the interesting part, which is the Kingpin. Somehow its shark head always seems fresh. Yeah, that's what I said. Like it always refreshes its heart, so it keeps killing more sharks. Poor sharks. That's why there is no sharks in the water around the king area, by the way, because the Kingpin is killing them all. So yeah. It's my idea at least. So it's 250 gold. So the whole thing was like, I think 425. Kill me if that's correct, but don't kill me if that's not correct, rather. Okay, so it's as well fortified and pierce, And yeah, the ability is that it uses the aptitude, like per 3 aptitude, it gains 1 plus damage. So if you have like a max stacked bounty hunter that you upgrade to a kingpin, you get 100 plus damage, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's very interesting mechanic. You really got to think about when you upgrade those, and you got to get as many killing blows in as possible in the early game. So you mostly want to deal to use like AoE fighters like Honeyflower or something, which deal like low damage to all creeps, or like Pyro, but don't necessarily get the killing blow. So yeah, that you want this unit to take the killing blow if you build it, and you need to build it very early. I assume you kind of have to start with it, but starting with it could be rough because it kind of sucks on wave 2, right? Like the defense sucks on wave 2. The attack type is okay. It's like wait, it's actually good, the attack type. On wave 1, attack type is defense type is good, attack type is bad. So yeah, I don't know. On 3, it's like, well, they should not be good on 3 actually. It should be pretty bad on 3, pretty bad on 4. Like the attack type is fine, but defense is awful. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I didn't actually check the numbers and compare with other units. I'm just gonna try them out in my stream, and see how they do. But yeah, as I said, you need to start with them. But then I assume you're going to run into trouble at like wave 6. You're gonna have trouble at wave 6 because if you want to stack up this aptitude, you cannot really afford to build any other carry units with it. So well, that's going to make it hard to deal with wave 6, right? We'll have to see. So and yeah, and the other ability of this one is actually fucking insane. So it's Big Game Hunter. When you deal the killing blow with this baby, you heal for 25% of the target's max health. So if this thing kills like a drill golem on wave 13, holy shit, it's healing a lot of health. That's pretty insane. Or if it kills a mini boss, well, on 15, well, mini boss should be last target, right? So it doesn't really matter, but yeah, overall, that's pretty interesting because it also helps with like on wave 11, for example, if you get a Ghost Knight, and so that means you have this in front, right? You have this in front, and then it tanks the wave and the Ghost Knight, and usually what happens is that your tanks pretty much die the moment the Ghost Knight is dead, right? Unless you're really overvalued. So with this, you could have a chance on the Kingpin dealing the killing blow on the Ghost Knight and then heal for a decent amount of HP. So yeah, making him survive a little bit longer, tanking for your DPS. So that's a very interesting mechanic. Curious to see how that works out and how OP that actually is, because it does sound pretty strong. So like the damage is also pretty high. If it's fully stacked up, it's 340 damage. It's not that hard to get a killing blow with it. Attack speed, well, it's not the greatest, but yeah, you know, still not bad. So yeah, there's oh yeah, Dark Mage just got more mana and mana regen, but the Mind Warp's cost also got increased, so it's only to equalize how mana regen works on all units. It has no effect on balance at all. A couple of bug fixes, nothing too important, like the rolls are now big in the scoreboard. The unit icons are now same size as emojis when you post something like this in the chat. There is now a warning sound like 6 seconds prior to a wave starting. They fixed something with the button, which is only going to affect 2K plus players. Like apparently it didn't expand the rating tolerance properly. So yeah, we are going to get even more low elo guys in our games, which is very good. Thank you, Daddy Ducky, for fucking doing this. I'm not too happy about it, but thank you. Yeah, thank you for getting me matched with even. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So, and there has been a bug apparently where if you had a lever, you wouldn't get, and you won with the lever, you wouldn't get full elo for winning. So, because now if you have a lever and you lose, you only lose 50% of the elo. And apparently there was a bug that it happened with the win as well, which is not intended, obviously. Then Pee-wee got a little bit of a nerf, which is perfectly fine. Then Fire Metal gets even more nerfed. I don't really agree with this because I felt like Fire Metal was okay. I didn't really feel that strong anymore when I played it, but then again, I did play quite a bit of games on my 24-hour stream, but yeah. I felt it was okay. So now it's certainly not the greatest anymore. Like, you can be sure it's quite nerfed now. So yeah, that's about it with the patch. So yeah, thank you for watching, and sorry for derping with the microphone. Well, happens, right? I'm only human. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye bye.